What happens if you wake up tomorrow and, as if by magic, 10% of your current weight has simply disappeared? For someone weighing 90 kilos, we're talking about losing 9 kilos in just 1 month. For many of us in the 45-70 age range, this seems like the golden ticket, the promise of clothes fitting better and renewed energy. But have you ever stopped to think about what happens under the hood of your body when you force such a drastic change in such a short time? While you celebrate the number on the scale, your organs may be sending distress signals that you haven't yet learned to heed. Today, we're going to open the black box of your metabolism to understand the difference between losing weight and gaining health. What happens to your heart, your liver, and especially your brain during those 30 days? The answer is far more complex than just calories going in and out. In this video, we'll map out the 30-day biological journey of rapid weight loss. You'll discover why the 10% mark is called the golden statistic by science, but you'll also understand why the speed of this loss can trigger a safety system in your brain that tries to sabotage your results. By the end, you'll know exactly how to protect your muscles and organs while striving for your best self. Why 10%? Why is this number so often repeated at health conferences around the world? According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, losing just 5 to 10% of your total body weight can significantly lower your risk of chronic diseases, such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And most Americans have no idea what's happening inside their bodies as a result. The scale of the problem in the United States is immense. Nearly 42% of American adults live with obesity, and most are only a 10% step away from reversing high blood pressure or prediabetes. Imagine our invisible spectator, let's call him David, 55 years old. David takes medication for blood pressure and his knees ache when he climbs stairs. He wants results yesterday. He sees ads for lose 10 kilos in 30 days and dives in head first. What David doesn't know is that by losing weight too quickly, he's entering a metabolic danger zone. David's urgency is real, but his body doesn't work at the speed of an internet ad. Understanding the science behind this process is the difference between David regaining his health or ending up in a hospital bed with gallstones or severe muscle loss. When you start losing weight rapidly, your body enters a state of emergency repair. The analogy of the overloaded ship. Imagine your body as a cargo ship crossing the ocean. If the ship is too heavy and begins to sink, the crew needs to throw cargo overboard. If you throw off the excess cargo, the fat, the ship floats better. But if, in desperation, the crew starts throwing off engine parts or support beams, your muscles and bone density, the ship may still float, but it will never sail the same way again. Biologically, the first place to feel the change is your liver. Visceral fat, the fat that surrounds your organs, is the first to be mobilized. A study by Johns Hopkins University, published in Journal of Clinical Investigation, this indicates that initial weight loss dramatically improves insulin sensitivity almost immediately. However, there is a downside. When you burn fat too quickly, the liver has to process a huge amount of fatty acids. A 2022 study from the Mayo Clinic, published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology Studies, show that extremely rapid weight loss dramatically increases cholesterol concentration in bile. The moment of shock. This means that while David is happy that his pants are loose, his bile is thickening like mud, creating a real risk of gallstones in just 4 weeks. Furthermore, his brain, specifically the hypothalamus, perceives the rapid drop in energy. It doesn't understand that you want to squeeze into old jeans. It thinks you're experiencing extreme famine on the African savanna. As a result, it lowers your basal metabolic rate. It's your body turning off the lights to conserve energy. In their eagerness to reach that 10%, most people make mistakes that can take months to correct. Mistake number 1, celebrating the weight of water as if it were fat. Imagine Mark, 50 years old. In the first 5 days, he loses 4 kilos. He's ecstatic. But science tells us that for every gram of glycogen, energy stored in muscles, you burn, you release about 3 to 4 grams of water. Mark didn't lose 4 kilos of fat, he just shrank. The mistake is to reduce calories even further when the weight plateaus in the second week, leading to exhaustion. Mistake number 2, neglecting protein, the invisible sarcopenia. Many people focus only on eating less. But if you don't give your body the necessary building blocks to maintain its structure, it will cannibalize its own muscles. Research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA. It suggests that in very restrictive diets, up to 25% of the weight lost can come from lean mass. This is a disaster for those over 50, as regaining that muscle is 10 times more difficult. Mistake number 3, the radical cut of healthy fats. To lose weight, people cut out all the fat. But your brain is made up of 60% fat, and your hormones, like testosterone and estrogen, need cholesterol to be produced. Imagine someone who cuts out all the fat and within 15 days starts experiencing brain fog and extreme irritability. The body is literally without raw materials for the nervous system. Mistake number 4, ignoring micronutrients in the name of a calorie deficit. The less you eat, the fewer vitamins you ingest. Losing 10% of your weight too quickly without targeted supplementation or nutritional density can lead to hair loss, brittle nails, and, most seriously, a weakened immune system. Most people don't know this, but the immune system expends a lot of energy patrolling your body. If you drastically cut that energy, the patrol stops working. Before I show you what science recommends you do to safely and sustainably achieve that 10%, if you've learned something new so far about how your liver or brain reacts, click the like button. This helps this channel reach more people like David or Mark who are trying to improve their health but may be putting themselves at risk due to lack of information. And if you want to continue understanding the biology behind your routine, subscribe. I publish new study analyses every week. If you want the benefits of losing 10% of your weight but want to avoid your brain's survival mode, science points to a path of strategic moderation. Action number 1, the protein target and the loss ceiling. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, it suggests that the ideal weight loss to preserve metabolism is 0.5% to 1% of body weight per week. For David, that would be about 1 kilogram per week, not 9 kilograms in a month. Practical action: consume at least 1.2 Gs to 1.5 G of protein per kilogram of ideal body weight. Scenario: imagine applying this for just 4 weeks. You might lose less total weight on the scale, but studies show that the fat lost will be almost double that of someone who just starves themselves because their muscle is protected. Action number 2, endurance training as a signaling tool. You need to tell your body that muscle is needed. Practical action: even simple exercises with resistance bands or bodyweight exercises twice a week make a huge difference. A study from Harvard Medical School, it was indicated that strength training during weight loss maintains a higher basal metabolic rate, preventing the rebound effect, the famous yo-yo effect. Action number 3, hydration with electrolytes. As we have seen, initial weight loss eliminates a lot of water, and, with it, essential minerals. Practical action: don't just drink plain water. Make sure you're getting enough sodium, magnesium, and potassium through food or simple supplements. This prevents the carbohydrate flu and fatigue that causes people to give up on day 10. Action number 4, the counterintuitive recommendation: eat more volume, not less. The science of satiety shows that stomach volume sends signals of fullness to the brain. Practical action: fill your plate with cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower. The brain registers that the stomach is full, but the caloric density is low. This tricks the hypothalamus, making it believe that there is no hunger crisis, reducing food cravings. Even with the best intentions, these 3 factors can negate your benefits. Saboteur number 1, stress cortisol. If you stress too much about your diet, your cortisol levels rise. This signals your body to retain abdominal fat, exactly the fat you want to lose. Saboteur number 2, lack of sleep. Studies indicate even just 1 bad night's sleep increases levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, the satiety hormone. You'll be fighting against your biology all day long. Saboteur number 3, harmless liquid calories. That natural orange juice or the cream in your coffee. They don't stimulate the chewing receptors and enter the bloodstream too quickly, causing insulin spikes that stop fat burning. Ultimately, losing 10% of your weight is a fantastic goal and could save your life. But remember, the scale is a dumb instrument. It doesn't know the difference between fat, muscle, and water. Your blood tests and your energy levels upon waking are much better indicators of your health. Don't try to fix in 30 days what took 30 years to build. Treat your body with the curiosity of a scientist and the patience of a friend. Everything I've shared today is based on published research, but your body is unique. Before making any changes, especially if you're managing a health condition or taking medication, please talk to your doctor. This channel is about helping you understand the science so you can have better conversations with your healthcare team, not replace them. Keep taking care of that incredible machine that is your body. I'll see you in the next video.